Hey everybody, it's Chris from the Droning Company here today at CUAV 2023 in Las Vegas, Nevada. Run into a good friend of the Droning Company as well as the Drone Geek, Janice Engelgau from Fruity Chutes. How are you doing? It's so nice to see you.
Nice to see
Absolutely.
you too. I'm well.
So we know what Fruity Chutes does. You know, we've introduced you at the previous trade shows. We've talked to you on the podcast. What are you guys here talking about today? What are some of your new platforms? What do you have coming down the pipeline?
Yes, so we are a parachute manufacturer, and some of the new stuff we have is we recently launched an ASTM consultation program.
Very cool.
So the ASTM standard, if you can get through that, that really opens the doors to be able to apply for a lot of waivers and approvals from the FAA, EASA, other CAAs. And what we found was a lot of companies were getting tripped up in that process. It can easily be very expensive, disrupt your workflow, take a lot of time away from what you really want to focus on. So we've created this program to help people design in the right features. We custom design the parachute. We do all that crazy documentation for them and prototype tests, so when they get to the third-party testing authority, they can be successful. And so that's one of our big things that we are sharing at this show. And then we've also expanded our launchers to be able to accommodate our largest parachute. So our launchers now can accommodate up to 200 kilograms or 400 pounds, so quite a big range.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Now, this program that you're talking about, essentially you're acting as an auditor, a third-party auditor that basically gives the stamp of approval. This is going to work, it's going to be up to reg, and everything's going to be good.
Yeah, essentially. So, we can't do that final sign-off that the TPTA does, but, we make sure that everything is to the standard. What we found was, a lot of inquiries we get, companies, they want to add a parachute, they're really excited about that, but then they realize, oh my gosh, we don't have all the right design features, and they have to go back and stifle their innovation, go back to the drawing board. So, we make sure as soon as possible from the start that all the design features are there and they are in place.
That's amazing. That is so cool. Now, tell us about some of the gear that we have here. We talked about the new capacity for 200 kilograms, 400 pounds for those of you that are listening in America. Tell us a little bit about how some of this workflows, people that aren't familiar with these rescue systems.
Exactly. So this is an example of one of our systems. This is one of our spring-based launchers. We also have CO2-based launchers and fixed-wing specific bundles. For the spring-based launcher, a spring just ejects the parachute, so there's no regulatory issues. There's no, pyro involved. We generally, with this system, use an automatic trigger system. It uses an IMU and an accelerometer. So in under, generally, half a second, it's going to detect that it's falling, it's flipping in the air, it's doing something out of the normal flight envelope. Okay, gotcha.
That's cool. So you wouldn't want to put something like this on like a larger FPV drone, because if you do some sort of a trick on it, it's going to trigger it, right?
Yeah, so generally, if you're doing drone racing, maybe that's not the right fit, but the parameters can be customized so that, whatever you want the flight envelope to be, if something happens outside of it, then this ejects. So normal kind of handling and stuff, it's not going to falsely trigger.
Gotcha. That's good, because we know that we saw Ortho drone at Exponential 2023. It's a drone that the body of the drone is actually the gimbal. And so the body's moving around constantly to sort of stabilize. So you could adjust the parameters of that for a drone like that to go, okay, this is normal.
Totally.
That's
Absolutely.
very cool. People want to learn more about Fruity Chutes, want to learn more about how they can implement your systems into their platforms. Where do they go?
Yeah, so they can go to fruitychutes.com. And we also, we have a free consultation call we offer. Our success is your success. We want to do everything we can to help companies be successful at parachute recovery, so we can schedule a free call to see what you have going on and get you set up with the right stuff.
That's excellent. Janice, thank you so much. Really appreciate your time. Always nice seeing you. Make sure you check Fruity Chutes out at their website and across social media as well.